Hey folks, welcome back. Well, we got another one of our Jurassic Park trucks in here. This one's a 6.7 Powerstroke. Here it's just a 2011 F250. I'll link a video in the description below about what this pickup does if you're curious about that. Anyways, what we got with this one is it starts up and runs just fine. You can cruise this thing down the freeway, no issues and all that. At light throttle, like say if you're in a little residential area or something like that, just as an example. A lot of times when you would step on the accelerator just a little bit, and cruise down the street and then just let off of it, the engine will just die. And then you can just right quick, even while it's still rolling, just pop it in neutral and restart it again, and it'll restart right away and go, and then it might do it again if but it's usually right when you step on the pedal and then let off of it at light throttle. Like I said, you can cruise down the freeway 75 and it'll just continue to go and everything's fine. And I'll show you what code we got. Okay, so this is the fuel rail driver's side. We've got the fuel pressure regulator right here. This is the fuel pressure, high pressure fuel sensor. It's all it's doing is just telling you, the ECM, what's going on. That's most likely what we've got an issue with going on here. I found the best way to fix these kind of problems is to replace the whole rail. Yeah, you can get in here and you can get just this off here. You have to loosen up this nut right here, but it can be a little bit tricky to get in there, because there's not much space in between here, like for a big wide wrench or anything like that. The other thing is there's a torque spec for these, and it's going so far, loosening it, something or other like that. I just like to buy it like this, but I've also had other issues where I couldn't explain what was going on inside the rail, but it just replacing the rail fixed it, so it's easier. This is like, I think if you were to buy this particular fuel rail from the dealership, you're going to be looking at, like, I think remember if it was like $268 or something like that. There's the Ford part number for it. Their injector lines and all that stuff, because these are one-time use. So got new injector lines. Should get the new crossover tube, but we're not. So hopefully that'll seal up. But one of the first obvious things that you need to do is change your fuel filters, check the condition of the fuel, drain it out of your water separator there on the one that's in the frame rail, and then you got this other filter up here to change. The best thing also to do is you'll have to remove the intake manifold there and this lower throttle body deal here, and when you do that, then you get access to, I think it's another sensor. It's right on top of the high pressure fuel pump. It's really easy to get to once those two things are removed out of here. Obviously, like, the air intake needs to come off, but once you do that, there's a couple little, I think it's like T27 Torx screws or whatever, and you can just pull that thing out, and it's kind of got a screened filter on there. Look inside there. If it's perfectly clean, usually you're good to go. That's the best place to find out if you've got any issues going on with, if you see any like metal flakes or fairy dust, or some people call it. That's when you got some issues with the high pressure fuel system, and that's where you just need to go and replace everything. We don't have that. I pulled that thing out. It is clean as can be, looks great. So that's why we're just going after the the fuel rail there with that fuel pressure regulator on it. And we'll go from there. So what we need to start out doing is I'm gonna remove this front tire just to get a little better access, but then we're going to remove this inner fender well out here. They usually come out pretty easy. They've got just a few of these 8mm screws, and then you got a series of these. These are actually 5.5 millimeters. Why they do that, I have no freaking idea. It's stupid, but whatever. Yeah, and then that just kind of drops down there, and then we'll be able to get to the side of the fuel rail. There's a few things we can probably get to from up here, but most of it's going to be done right in here, and it's not too bad. So anyways, we'll keep on going. Okay, so once the inner fender well is out of here, we've got this insulation stuff here, and it's usually held on by something like one of these deals here, but it's kind of a Christmas tree fastener type of a thing. And I just grab a pair of pliers and just kind of work it out. But anyways, that's what that is. I don't allow that to come out. There's usually like 3 on the bottom, and I don't think there's any on the top, but all right, there's the fuel rail there. There's the location of like the where that regulator is. Like I said, it's a little difficult to get back in there with your steering shaft and then this brake booster and stuff like that. But anyways, what you got to do now is just get all those injector lines off and everything loose, and then you got these two 13mm bolts, one here and one up towards the front there, to get that off. And then you got your wiring for both your sensors to unplug and pull it out of there. It's not too bad. All right, here we are with watching this. I thought I filmed it earlier when this thing was kind of acting up. I didn't want to do it as much today as it can, but or at least when I had it in here earlier in the week to when I troubleshot this, but you can see that these numbers right here are staying a lot closer. That at idle this thing would kind of bounce between 5, sometimes 3, but it wasn't quite as erratic until if you barely push on the pedal, get it up to about right there, and you held it and then kind of just let off. So right now we're about 10,000, 11,000. Let off right here. The engine RPM, and then sometimes it would catch and keep going. Most of the time it would die. And then what you'd see down here is you'd see the, drop down to about 1,000 for the, this is the actual fuel rail pressure right here, and then this is what the ECM's commanding. So you want them to pretty much stay. I did see a 2 right there, but it would get even lower than that, so I guess I don't know, but it's being a lot smoother and everything with that now, so that should be that should fix that. We're gonna go take this out and drive it and see how it goes. Well, everything went good with that 6.7 there. I lost a little bit of footage from stuff that I did earlier in the week. Other stuff I just didn't have a chance, it been a really busy week, and I didn't have a chance to do as in-depth of filming as I'd like to on that. But hopefully what we have here does help you out some, and thanks for watching.